The worst thing a man can do is never leave the hometown at any point in their life, especially if you're in your 20s. Staying in your hometown is ruining your potential. Leaving your hometown, change your environment, is going to accelerate your growth more than any 9-to-5 job and buying a mortgage. In fact, this environment itself I'm not really liking. So let me just change, yeah, this is a better location. By the end of the video, hopefully I'm going to convince you to come out and book that one-way flight to leave your hometown. And I'm going to tell you exactly how it's benefited my life and why you booking that one-way flight can change your life as well. I'm going to explain to you with my real-life experience why leaving your hometown is going to be the best thing that you could possibly do. I would say it as a man, because I am a man, but man or woman, leaving your hometown is probably one of the best things you can do. The comfort of your hometown, of staying there and being in a 9-to-5 job, is destroying your potential. And let me just explain some of the benefits. In my own life, one of the reasons why you should leave your hometown is because regardless of how much you change as a person, regardless of the new behaviors that you have, regardless of all the changes you make in your life, the people in your hometown will only view you as the person that you once was. So if you want to reinvent yourself as a person, you want to reinvent yourself, you want to chase after your dreams and your passions, all the above, then you going away traveling gives you the ability to really reinvent yourself as a new person. And for me, that was the case with me, really. Like this time last year, I was in an office job, 9-to-5 job, standard, living comfortable, good money, good salary. But was I a person that I was proud of? Was I truly living and trying to pursue my passions? No. And that's the thing, a lot of time in your hometown, and when you're in that comfort zone, when you're in a 9-to-5 job, when you're stressed about bills, you're stressed about work, you don't really have the facilities to be able to chase after your passions. And I always say it, them uncomfortable feelings that you get with the thought of booking a flight, that's usually a sign that you should do it. Because look at me, it's a Sunday right now. This is my environment. You know, I'll take you around. Look, this is my environment. And by the sea, I've got the beach all to myself. And even, you know, at times where I do feel stressed or negative, or I get these negative feelings, I'm able to just come to the beach on a random Sunday and just be present in nature. And what it also does, relocating yourself, leaving your hometown, it forces you to be independent. You're forced to implement behaviours that you're not used to, such as being independent, sorting your own visas out, being forced to navigate yourself through a country where they don't really speak English. You're forced to overcome these situations that being in your hometown, being in your comfort zone in a 9-to-5 job, you're not going to grow as a person in that. You're just going to go down the natural path of life, which to me, for me, is an average life. I'm not saying, you know, you might be happy, that's fine. I'm not speaking to you. But those people who do have them feelings that there's more to life than just a 9-to-5 job. There's more to life than the same people and the same routines for the rest of your life. And the thing is, when you do go traveling, time goes a lot slower because every day there's something new happening. Every day you're in a new environment. And for me, that this life right now, I've been living it. I've been living in Thailand now for like 6-7 months. This does not get old, surprisingly. Being able to go to the beach. I mean, let's see if it goes all the way around. Yeah. Being able to go to the beach whenever I feel down. And unfortunately, like your comfort zone, the comfort of your home, the comfort of a 9-to-5 job is stopping him from fulfilling your potential that you can be. Because you realise, like, when you experience new ways of life, you experience and you meet new people and you network with like-minded people, you realise what is actually truly possible in this life. And for me, I would not have this belief right now if I would have stayed in my job last year in a 9-to-5 job that was comfortable. I would not have these beliefs. And you see people making really big money. You see people living a good life. You realise all your wildest dreams are possible. And when you have the vision, you can really action that. And all of these new ways of life and seeing these new ways of life and experiencing and implementing these behaviours that you're not usually comfortable with, when you do it, that's what makes you grow. That's what makes you realise anything is possible. And being in your hometown is just you're not gonna fulfil your true potential if you just stay in your comfort zone. Because growth never happens in the comfort zone. It's a fact. You can say that about anything, whether it is travelling, whether it is doing something like Muay Thai that I'm doing, whether it is going to the gym. If you're just comfortable and you just act the way that you feel all the time, you're not going to grow. And I really want to be that guy right now who's trying to inspire you to take that leap. Because everybody gets those uncomfortable feelings. And for me, every time I get an uncomfortable feeling, that like even make this YouTube video, when I press post, I have an uncomfortable feeling that, like everyone does. Everyone does. Being able to go on a video like this and record myself at the beach when people are walking past, check this guy on the jet ski. This guy would not be able to do this. That guy would not be able to do that if he was in his comfort zone in a 9-to-5. He would have took a risk at some point in his life, though. Genuinely. For him to be living that life on a jet ski, he would have had to do the exact same thing that I've done. For me, like, one of the main reasons why I wanted to leave my hometown is that when you're surrounded by, especially in England, People like to gossip. People just want to know what's going on. People just like to go out every weekend. That's like where you get your dopamine from. When you're out here in places like this, like Thailand, which is what I've chose as my base, being outside, being present in nature, being able to just go on a nature walk whenever you want in the mornings, being able to pursue your passions, that is what life is about. Because everyone has a dream, regardless if you want to put that dream to the back of your head and put it down, which is what I did for many years because I was in my comfort zone. But everyone's got them true dreams, whether it is starting a YouTube channel, whether it is online coaching, whether it is building that business, whether it is anything. And anything is possible, and you only get that belief once you travel and you see the world and you network with people. And the amount of people that I've met that has given me the best advice, I would never have had the advice if I would have just stayed in my comfort zone. Getting outside your comfort zone as much as you can, that is what is truly going to fulfill your potential. And leaving your hometown is the first step, because not a lot of people do it. Not a lot of people have the balls to do it. And when you realise that there's so much more to the world than just your hometown, the world is this big. I always say it, my Uncle John, this is how he made me realise, what am I doing? Because I was saving up for a house. Like my story is that I was saving up for a house in the UK because I thought that was the natural way of life. I thought that's what life was, buying a house. That was the thing that gets installed into you. But when you realise your hometown is this big and the whole world is this big, there are parts of the world like this where I can just go to the beach. There's jet skis over there which probably won't even cost that much. But when you realise this way of life is possible and it's a lot more attainable than you think, it's just all in your head. You're choosing to be in your comfort zone. You're choosing not to pursue your passions and leaving your hometown. You can completely reinvent yourself as a new person as soon as you come to a new place. Because regardless, I've reinvented myself. I've got new behaviours. But the truth is, people in your hometown will always see you as that person that you once was. And leaving your hometown, you can completely reinvent yourself as a new person. Because you can do. People change. There's a good picture which I'll put on now, and it's a butterfly speaking to a cocoon, and it's, you've changed. And that's what life's about. You're meant to change. Travelling allows you to do that. Every day is a new experience. Every day is a new opportunity to grow. And another uncomfortable truth is like, if you're in a 9-to-5 job, they are the easiest jobs to get. If you came out traveling and you really didn't enjoy it, which is probably the thought you're thinking of right now that's putting you off. If that was to happen, worst case scenario, you're going to be in the exact same position where you're still in that 9-to-5 job, because let's be honest, like the 9-to-5 job that you're probably worrying about losing, you could probably very easily attain back. They're not really the most glamorous jobs, and they're probably always going to take you back. So the thing that you're worrying about is putting you off from fulfilling your true potential. Realistically, that is what life is about, in my opinion, when you go traveling. And you'll have this mindset shift when you do decide to go traveling. Life is about adventure. It's about experiencing new ways of life. And when you realise that the way of life that you're living now isn't the only way of life. And when you realise that everything that you're wanting to achieve in life, your wildest dreams, is possible. And it all starts from leaving your hometown. If you don't break the cycle and you buy a house, you're putting yourself in a 30-year debt mortgage, which is what it is, really. It is. When you pay for a deposit on a house, you don't own that house until 30 years down the line. So what you're doing there is, as soon as you buy that deposit, pay for the deposit, you're signing yourself up to a 30-year debt. All your freedom's gone. Your opportunity to travel's gone. Your opportunity to fulfill your wildest dreams is gone. And I'm here to tell you that if you have this feeling right now that you don't want to pay for that deposit on a house because you have these feelings that it might not be the right thing for you, I'm here to tell you that that feeling is normal, and you should just book a one-way flight to Thailand, Indonesia, can be Vietnam. You will figure out for yourself which one is the best place for you. But for me, I chose Thailand because I'm able to go to the beaches like this. I'm able to have the coconuts. I'm able to train Muay Thai. Every man, I think, should leave the hometown at least once and experience life on their own. Forces you to be independent, forces you to be a problem solver, forces you into uncomfortable situations that you're not used to. That is what life's about. That is what's going to improve you as a person. I know I probably rambled there, but this is something that needs to be talked about, and it's something that I've lived. I first booked that one-way flight in October last year, and I've completely reinvented myself as a new person, changed my way of life, changed my habits, changed my behaviours, and reinvented myself as this new person. And I believe anything is possible, and it is. And it would not have been possible if I stayed in my hometown and stayed in my comfort zone. So I believe that you should leave your hometown. If you are in that situation right now and you're listening to this, let me be that person to guide you. That's why I made the Thailand blueprint that is in the description. I will talk you through step by step how I reinvented my life through travel, through moving to Thailand. Let me help you, because it can change your life the same way it changed mine. And that is my goal in life right now, is to inspire people, to lift people up and to show them that the wildest dreams are possible, because they are. They 100% are. It all comes from the up here to make you believe, but it also comes from leaving your hometown and traveling and getting yourself out your comfort zone. That itself, leaving your hometown and overcoming them limiting beliefs that you have and overcoming them things, all comes from the head. And I have a very good quote. If anything makes you feel uncomfortable, it's a sign that you should do it. I'm going to leave the video on that. If the thought of going traveling, booking a one-way flight and leaving your 9 to 5, if that's something you want to do, but you have an uncomfortable feeling, it's a sign that you should do it.